Something's brewing in Indianapolis, and it's not just excitement over a 6-1 start. Beneath the celebration of another commanding win, there's a quiet unease in the air. The Colts, one of the NFL's hottest teams, are finding themselves walking a thin line between dominance and desperation. Because while the offense continues to light up scoreboards, the defense is beginning to crack under the strain of injuries. The secondary, once seen as a strength, is running out of bodies. Smash that subscribe button, drop a like, and comment below. This community runs on real fans like you, and that's why today's move matters. The Colts have signed veteran cornerback David Long Jr. to their practice squad, a familiar face returning to a team that suddenly needs his experience more than ever. Long spent most of last season in Indianapolis, floating between the practice squad and active roster, and while his playing time was limited, his presence in the locker room earned respect. Now, after a frustrating groin injury derailed his summer and led to his release, he's back, older, hungrier, and with something to prove. This signing isn't about headlines, it's about survival. The Colts' defense is battered and bruised, and with Charvarius Ward Jr. on injured reserve, Xavier Howard unexpectedly retiring, and young depth players like Justin Wally and Jaylon Jones also sidelined, the situation has reached a breaking point. When Justin Herbert torched the Colts for over 420 passing yards on Sunday, the message was clear. If Indianapolis wants to keep winning, they need help. Fast. David Long Jr. brings more than just depth, he brings championship DNA. A Super Bowl winner with the Rams in 2021, Long was a key part of their postseason run, famously recording a pick-6 against Kyler Murray in the wild card round. He's seen the mountaintop, he's battled elite quarterbacks, and he knows what a winning locker room should feel like. For a team riding this kind of momentum, that experience is gold. Head coach Shane Steichen knows it too. His Colts are thriving on offense, but he's been vocal about the need for defensive consistency. "You can't win in January if you don't stop people," he said after the Chargers game, and he's right. The Colts may boast one of the league's best records, but their pass defense ranks near the bottom, allowing over 255 yards per game through the air. Long's addition isn't a magic fix, it's a step toward balance. The energy around this move isn't panic, it's urgency. Indianapolis has climbed to the top of the AFC with grit, and they're not about to let injuries undo that. This signing sends a message to the rest of the league. The Colts aren't waiting for things to fall apart, they're reinforcing before it happens. And as David Long Jr. pulls that horseshoe helmet back on, it feels like more than a roster transaction. It feels like unfinished business. The signing of David Long Jr. is rippling through the fan base and the locker room alike. To outsiders, it's just a practice squad move. But to those inside the building, it's a lifeline. The Colts are 6-1, sitting atop the AFC, but everyone knows that the margin between elite and exposed can be razor-thin, especially when your corners are dropping like flies. Charvarius Ward Jr.'s concussion has left a void that's impossible to ignore. Xavier Howard's retirement caught even insiders off guard, removing a veteran voice from a secondary that desperately needed leadership. Kenny Morai just returned from an Achilles injury, but even he's not at full strength yet. It's been a revolving door of corners, and still somehow this team keeps finding ways to win. That says something about their mindset, and it says a lot about the culture Steichen is building. The Colts didn't wait for excuses, they acted. Bringing Long back isn't just about depth, it's about familiarity. He knows the system, he knows the locker room, and he knows what it takes to fight for a roster spot. Players respect that, coaches love that. It's the kind of under-the-radar signing that doesn't make headlines today but could make a difference in December when every play, every tackle, every rep counts. There's also a quiet confidence building among the veterans. Guys like DeForest Buckner and Zaire Franklin are keeping the defense glued together, reminding everyone that this team's success has come from adaptability. Next man up isn't just a phrase here, it's a reality. And with Long's experience in playoff football, his presence could help stabilize a young group learning on the fly. Fans, meanwhile, are starting to see this team as something special. Yes, there are flaws, but there's also resilience. The Colts haven't had a start this hot in years, and the chemistry feels genuine. The offense, led by Jonathan Taylor and Anthony Richardson, continues to dazzle. But now the defense needs to catch up, and it starts with trust, repetition, and the quiet reinforcements that keep great seasons from collapsing. Around the league, analysts are paying attention. The Colts aren't the loudest team, but they're one of the most complete. Still, they know that sustaining success means addressing weaknesses before they turn into losses. That's what Monday's move was, a proactive step, a recognition that championship teams don't wait for perfect health. They adapt. For David Long Jr., this is another chapter in a career defined by persistence. From a Super Bowl champion in Los Angeles to a roster fighter in Indianapolis, he's been through the highs and the lows. But now with the Colts chasing something bigger, his return feels symbolic. A reminder that experience matters, that hunger matters, and that sometimes the smallest moves make the biggest impact. Comment below. This space belongs to everyone who lives and breathes the Colts. We're alive, we're loud. And we're just getting started.